Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big when it counts. I'm Dom with Sauce, Ant, and Lukey, and we're back at it once again. How we going, lads?
Good.
Pretty good, Doma. You?
I'm a
Always
free man.
Yeah, a bit of
Free Sydney.
bit
free
of George
Sydney man.
Michael.
I can tell with the fresh cut, bro. I can tell with
You
the
look
fresh
like
cut.
a bit of a tan there too.
Fresh. Nah,
He's
don't be
been,
silly.
he's been out in the sun.
He hasn't been down
raining
to
all
Bondi
week.
yet. Not yet.
It's been raining all week, but if it was sunny, the whole city would be
On the
finished.
beach.
Like everyone's out and it's raining. Imagine when it's sunny. It's crazy.
Legit. You wouldn't be able to get 30
But-
centimeters of sand on Bondi.
Honestly, that's a fact. It's nuts.
You couldn't get
Bondi was
30
bu-
centimeters.
Bondi
of...
was busy anyway.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, you couldn't
What
get
was you
30
gonna say?
centimeters of sand during the lockdown.
During lockdown, yeah, straight up. It's nuts.
Oh, shit.
I loved it. I loved it.
It's good. He's free. He's free. Us three, myself, Sauce, and Luke, we've got 3 weeks, and then we're apparently free. I guess
Not
Exciting.
long to go.
for a week.
Goes
and
quick.
then
Yeah.
we'll be back.
Like, You
It's all
boys
things
will be
again.
locked. You boys will be locked down within the month. Like
Yeah.
just
Oh, shit.
before
Legit.
Christmas. Snap
Legit.
lockdown.
Snap
It'd be a
Snap
short,
lockdown
sharp
and goes for 7 weeks.
Yeah, it'd be a short, sharp 7-day one that goes on for, 6 months as they usually
I
do.
love it, bro. I love it.
Uh,
All right, on the agenda today, boys, we're gonna, in light of the NBA season starting next week. Originally, the plan was we're going to get 2019 and 2020 drafts and combine them and try and compare the two. But I think we're going to have to do the tier systems separately, because I was going through today, getting all the images and stuff sorted for today's one, which we're going to be tiering the 2019 draft. So Zion's here and Ja Moran. And I've got 24 players to look at here. And I was like going through the list going, oh, you know what? This guy's actually not a bad prospect. This guy's not bad either. I'm like, well, we've got to add him on the list. It was just ridiculous. So we'll get straight into it. We're going to start with the man, the myth, the legend, the preseason specialist, Bol himself.
The
Yeah, I got a
scrimmage
good story.
specialist.
I got a good story about this. I got a good heartwarming
There
story.
you go.
Do you want to talk about the
So
tiers
Bol
first,
Bol-
Toma? Is it before?
Oh, so we've got
explain the
long-term,
tiers,
short-term, hold, and then sell. They're no good.
Yup.
Go
I
for
think
it,
we're all gonna I think I speak for everyone. Everyone's gonna sell Bol.
Yeah.
Am I right on that? Sauce is a bit undecided.
Yeah,
He's got
I'm a
lot
bit
of
undecided.
potential. He's got a bit of. He's got not a bit. He's got a lot of potential. It's just his body. His body shape works if he can put on size. He's got a lot of ability, like a lot of ability. But as you know, in this, it goes majority rules. And at the moment, I don't know. I'd hold him to see what he becomes, but I don't know what he's going to become at Denver, if anything. Probably
The
nothing.
thing is, like you're talking about putting on size, it's very, very hard to put on size at that height as well.
Yeah.
Like you look at, say, like Giannis is a little bit of an outlier to that because he's an absolute monster these days. But compared to when he came into the league, yeah, it's very hard. So hey, I'm going to chuck him in the cell. Just for now.
And so,
So I'll explain the funny story.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go on.
When I last, I'd say March was when I first started buying basketball cards. No, it might have been a bit last January. I was buying basketball cards, and the only thing available was when I went down to Melbourne at what's the big Chadstone, the big shopping center.
yep.
There's a hobby store there, and all they had was 1920. The 1920? Yeah, 1920 hoops. Now is the one with the neon green Australian exclusive
Oh, yeah.
hoops card in it. And so me and my girlfriend were there, and I've explained the story before. We bought maybe a box and a half. They were very cheap, like as hoops cards should be, very cheap. And she was sitting across from me, and she was opening them, and I was guessing what player it was just by, whatever team and position. Anyway, by the end of it, I had like 3 of these neon green Bol cards. and I listed them up on eBay. And my first ever eBay hobby sale was those neon green basketball cards, and I shipped them to America. Right, they sold
Wait,
for
what?
they sold for 180 Australian dollars.
What the
Right,
fuck?
neon green basketball cards sold for $180, and I didn't know how to ship. I'd never shipped a card before. This is my first ever card, and I remember it vividly. I packaged the card in like I literally put the card into a plastic sleeve because I bought them there. I didn't know what a top loader was. I put the bubble wrap and I folded the bubble wrap and then I put that into a box.
Oh,
And the guy still left me a like positive review.
what a
And
legend.
that's my first ever sale in the hobby.
That's some
Yeah,
wholesome.
straight up.
That's
That's a lemon.
I was gonna say that's some wholesome
Straight up.
content right there.
Straight
I don't,
up.
wait,
That's
I don't know who the bigger lemon is. The guy spending $180 on Bobo Hoops
180.
screen, or Ant for the way he packaged that.
It was three. I think me.
It's close.
Me for sure. Me for sure.
You put it in a box as well, man. Like that's pretty good. I
No,
love
but
it.
like honestly, if
He's-
I ever got a card like that, I'd fly to America and fight that person. Like I literally imagine getting the card. Like I'll take this. So imagine this in a plastic sleeve, and then I get a sheet of bubble wrap and I wrap it around the card like that.
It would have been the best if you actually taped it and you
Oh
put
my
that in
God.
the mailbox. That would have been
Right,
the best.
that's awful.
That's
Anyway,
horrendous.
learn two things from
That's
that.
wholesome. That's wholesome content right there.
Don't ship
I
your
like it.
cards like that. And always list your cards. Always have them listed because you never know who will buy what. That's pretty big.
That's definitely big.
I like it.
So you're clearly selling it because you did sell it.
He literally sold him,
I'll sell every single one.
especially at
Sauce, you can
180
go on
bucks.
himself.
I'd be selling those too.
This is just my view on him. I think if he does get some game time, which it wouldn't has to be either this season or next season, he's bust. I do want to see him put on size, but at the price he's at, I would say if you're in like you've bought his cards for cheap, like you could have bought his like cards for dirt cheap at one point. If you've bought him dirt cheap or you've bought him really expensive, hold on to him. If you're got them cheap, and I would just sell him. Like wait for him to maybe have a few games during the season and then just sell him.
It's a
But
bit of both.
I'm like halfway in between because I think it's like he's so cheap
I'm
at the
a hold on
moment.
him.
What his cards are at, like if you were to buy his cards right now, they're cheap as fuck, right? Like, and when I'm talking about like right now, I'm talking about like if you were smart enough and buying these, before preseason, where NBA's back. People list their cards and people sell it. Like even me, like I've listed more NBA cards on eBay and they've been selling. So, like. There's obviously a bit more hype now, but yeah, it just depends on what price cost you're in at.
It's an interesting variable when you chuck that into this. Like, are we buying them right now to go into the season and long term, or do we already have them and we're trying to sell them, or like what's the go with that?
However way you want to do it, really. I'm more like hold or sell him, to be honest. Yeah. And we can go both ways. Like if we're buying him now, it's more like if it is worth a buy now, to be honest. Because if you got him, you pretty much would sell Bobo. Like if you got him at low, like Sauce said, or if you're buying him now, well, can't really help you. It's more like if you are going to buy him now, I wouldn't. Like, unless they're cheap.
Yeah. I get you.
So the next guy we got up is Brandon Clark.
It's a hard one because the Grizzlies have got so much talent. Sell, you reckon?
Sell that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you. What'd you say?
Sell it quicker than you could, run out of a burning building, bro. That's all I got to say.
I got a few,
Like,
just
that's
some
high
base stuff,
praise
but I
for
got it
Brandon
cheap as
Clark.
well, so it's all right.
High praise from Sauce for Brandon Clark.
Like, I mean, he's a good player, but like, there's other guys bigger than him on his team, and that are going to take more shots. He's obviously not going to get the chance to shine. And I mean, I'm being harsh, but like, we've got like 28 guys here. We spent a bit of time on ball, so like, a few of them we got to get through a bit quicker. But like, I don't think. I mean, when you're seeing his PSA 10 base prism sell for $20, less than $20 on eBay today, you're like, well, where is his market? I think $17 I've seen it go for. So, right.
Card's worth $150. It's a good buy, in my opinion.
According to
Source
Doma, the card is worth 150 because that's how much it costs the grade. So the card should be
A
150
PSA.
minimum.
So technically, all base cards are worth $150. That's the way I look
If
at
they're
it.
PSA 10 worthy.
If they're PSA 10.
If it was
Minimum.
logical, it'd make sense.
The hobby
But
isn't
this market-
logical,
No,
unfortunately.
well, yeah, I know.
Let's go to Kobe White next.
It's a hard one, but I'm going to put Kobe White in sell just with Lonzo going to the Bulls.
Sell?
And yeah, just Lonzo going to the Bulls, he's going to get less game time. And yeah, I don't think he's a bad player. He's
I'm a
definitely showing
hold.
glimpses.
I'm a hold
Showing
on
glimpses,
Kobe
definitely.
White.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I do reckon he's going to be hurt in this team now because it's pretty stacked.
Yeah. that's what I mean. Like, does he?
He's a bench
traded?
guy at the moment.
Yeah,
It was a big card to get. I remember
100%
early
he
on.
was.
started last season. Yeah, definitely.
100%
Yeah.
was.
Now
Yeah,
his
because he
cards
showed
are
flashes. He showed
30
flashes of those big games, but yeah, he's gone back in the pecking order as Lukey mentioned.
Yeah.
Um,
Lonzo's
so-
looking good too. Just off.
So you selling him?
Lonzo's look decent.
yeah,
I'm
I
putting-
would hold sell.
Hold sell?
I'm not full. Well, it depends on sort of what
Well,
happens in
my
his
days
positions,
when
but
I
he's
was
got
on him.
potential. He's got potential. He's still young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like he's a younger one. He's not
take-
old.
I'll take
Yeah.
him at the Heat.
You know,
And
can I just say,
buying or
I
selling
find
or
this
holding?
very-
Or...
I'm right there with you in hold sell.
All right.
Because I don't know enough. But I must say, like looking at the prices of NBA cards, especially the rookies, and then comparing that to soccer, I can't believe how cheap
Mm.
some of these like NBA rookies are.
Yeah, it's
I guess because
ridiculous.
the pop is so much higher.
But the thing is,
But, like,
you can get some variants with low pop as well that are very cheap at the moment.
Like, yeah, there's a one Kobe White holding the ball with two hands, same prism, but even
Is it the
that's like
variation
30
one?
bucks. The
Yeah,
variation,
variation.
Yeah, those variations they shouldn't be anywhere near the price of just a normal base, in my opinion.
If you're holding a Luka right now, like a Luka base, you got to be like considering getting
I'm
out of
grading
it.
it. I'm grading it with HGA and then I'm flogging it off.
It's just
There you go. There's the tip here first. You know when I'll be flogging it off when he drops 50 in a game and I'll list it and I sell it like that. Gone.
But who would buy surely people in the market, they've seen this whole pattern
That's who
play
buys
out
cards, mate.
in the lemons. But if
That's
they've
who
seen
buys
this
them,
market
mate.
play out, like they know if he drops 50 points, you don't buy
That's
that
who
day.
buys them. These people right here buy them, mate. That's why people have become so successful in this hobby because these people right here buy stupid cards like base crap. Like in any part of the hobby, like base rubbish.
Yeah.
Like I'm with you, Ant. I'd be moving off that Luca straight away. Not for anything. I could have moved off that Luca when it was about 700 or 600. Like, and then obviously it's dipped now. It's about 250 to 300 raw. I can sell that for if I want to, but I'm like, I'll grade it. Sources looked over it. He goes 9.5. You're pushing it, but 9 you probably walk away with. Worst case scenario 8.5. You're looking at that card, and not for anything. I look at it and I go, I'll still sell it for whatever I want to put it up for, like at a reasonable comp.
There wouldn't be many at HGA either.
Yeah, correct. So
Yeah.
let's put it out there, see what happens.
Like
no
even this is a Lucas Silva from this year's Prism. I'm looking it up. It's a
Did you get one of
30
those too?
30 USD card.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
sold mine for roughly the same.
No,
Who's
it's
buying
not.
this for 30 USD?
Yeah.
Though? Unless
I
you're
don't know. I
collecting
don't know
like,
who bought it, but
You keep asking the question. I'll give you the answer
Lemon.
every day of the week, mate. I can't.
Anyway, sorry.
30 USD.
third year silver.
I
Fucking
don't know.
hell, man.
I'm just on track, fellas, because this is going
Let's
AWOL,
go.
right?
Yeah,
But I'm gonna have to
Cam
keep it on
Reddish.
track here.
Cam
But
Reddish.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
sorry,
nuts,
sorry.
right? Off track.
I'm gonna
just
go
go,
based off
sorry.
what he did in the towards the end of last season and the playoffs and what we've seen so far this preseason. I'm gonna go short term, just because I like the Hawks as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go short term. And he's cheap. He's cheap as well.
I'm going short term as well, potentially even long term. He's actually turning it. He's a great defender.
Yeah.
He's got length. He's going to be a 3-and-D guy. And
I
I'll
don't know if
tell you
I'd go
what,
long term yet.
it
It's
sounds
a bit
ridiculous.
early to
It
chuck him
sounds
in there.
absolutely ridiculous. Like, this guy's
Yeah.
had injuries and stuff. Before he was injured, he actually played really well. Post
Yeah.
his injuries, played really well. But it's a massive call. And the guy's in the same draft, yeah? But wouldn't surprise me if, he comes close to being the same, if not better than RJ Barrett. Because RJ Barrett's shown absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Nothing.
Andre Barrett
Nothing.
hasn't
So
really set the
everyone
bar
keeps
for
saying, yeah, he's this, he's that. No, like, this guy's actually a really good player. I know people have been really hard on him, but he can actually shoot a 3. People forget that. And he's a great defender.
The thing is with Reddish as well, going into this last season, he was the second guy to get on the Hawks, apart from Trey. His cards were super hot going
Yeah,
into
it's
the
just
season.
all those injuries and stuff, and then he hit a bit of
Injuries, yeah.
inconsistency. And then,
Yeah.
so I'm going short term as well.
Short term, I agree.
Sauce and Anth.
I'm going short term as well.
Saucy.
I like him.
You like this guy, Sauce. I know you like this guy. So
Yeah, he's got potential. All right, he's hold and short term. So that's what I was saying. That's what
get
I
this
would say.
bloke in. This is Saucy's boy as well. Daniel Gafford. Buy his card, send him to Star Stock. Happy days.
I haven't
I was
seen
buying his
enough-
cards when they were dirt cheap and sending them to Star Stock, hoping for
That's
him to
what
just
I'm
play
putting
a couple of good games and sell.
I'm
them,
putting
that's
him in
what happened.
sell, mate. That's where I'm
But
putting him.
sell, I would say sell.
I don't know enough about him, so I'll chuck
He's
him in
sell.
sell, I guess.
He's gone. Jarrod Culver.
Again, he's at the Grizzlies now, and there's just too much. Wait, who does he
Behind too
Brandon
many.
Clark. Yeah,
I would say.
I'm gonna.
I would say that as well.
You're gonna chuck him in hold. I'd chuck him in.
I would
between
put it
No,
up.
no,
sell.
I'm just putting him here. I'm
Okay.
probably going to sell him.
Yeah, he'd be
Go
in
on,
between
Lukey.
hold and sell for me.
I'm going sell.
Yeah, I'm going sell as well because I would put Brandon Clark above him. Like, just Brandon Clark's
Yeah.
got more offense, so he's more appealing in the hobby. Jarrod Culver struggles on offense. Yeah, more of a slasher.
He struggles on offense, struggles on defense.
You know what's funny?
No, he's good on defense. He's good on
what's
defense.
funny?
He's good on
Sauce is
defense.
putting Brandon Clark in front of Culver. Just the way he reacted when we put Brandon Clark in this tier system, then Jarrod Culver's got no hope.
Culver's not even getting put on this.
The
tier
moment we
system,
put Brandon Clark on the screen, Sauce is like, Sal, get rid of him. He's no good. If he's ahead of Jarrod Culver, then forget about it. Like, he's got no hope. All right, DeAndre 3000.
Short term for me. I'm holding quite a bit of his stuff. Like the way he plays, again, injured last season. Started really well, yeah, and unfortunately got injured. And I actually heard someone, I can't remember who said the quote. Someone was saying that the Hawks would have gone to the finals if DeAndre Hunter played the whole season. Him running with Trey would have made them that much better. I thought it was a big call, but I can't remember who said it now. So yeah, short term for me.
Wow. Short term, Sauce.
Yeah, he's on the hold. He's on the hold at the moment, just for me.
I'd go in the middle, hold short term. Anthony, it looks like you could be the decision maker here, man.
I'm going to back Luke here, and I'm going to go.
Oh, hey, there we go. Put him in there.
Just to be the difference maker. I've actually got a few of his cards, I'm pretty sure.
Can
The
I
only
make
thing
the
with those-
decision on this bloke?
Those Hawks guys is there's a few of them all in the same team. Which, like, they
Yeah,
all
there
can't
is.
all
Him,
they can't all be
Collins,
yeah.
everyone, man.
Trey.
Trey, him, Reddish, Collins.
Kevin
they
Herter,
got
if you want to
Kevin
count
Herter
him
as well. Yeah, he counts. Yeah, 100% he counts. He's a shooter.
Yeah.
So this guy, can I just make the decision? The guy that everyone got hyped up when there was no one else to get hyped up about, and he goes right. He's at Utah, mate. And no, don't buy him. I'm being serious. Sauce, you can agree to that. Like, you don't even.
Yeah. Look, I probably got sucked into a bit of that, where he was obviously playing good. He was getting minutes and being able to put up shots in a shit team at Golden State.
He's at Utah now, but Utah's
I didn't
team
realize he
got
got traded.
stacked. Utah's
I didn't
team got
realize-
stacked over the offseason.
Yeah.
With guys like Rudy Gay and like they got Hassan Whiteside in there, and then everyone else that they have Bogdanovic and Ingles
Vets.
and Mitchell. Like, he's got no chance. Like, he might come
Yeah.
on and as a bench guy, but he's not going to have the role that he had at Golden State at
Yeah.
Utah. No chance. Next up, we got Rui, who's your mama.
I'm gonna chuck him in hold.
Hold?
As much as I'd love to chuck him in short term, he's a hold for me at the moment.
I like
I'm
Rui.
going
I'm a Rui.
in between. Short and
Yeah.
I'm
hold.
going to go in between as well.
I'm going hold. We've got to see a bit more. Like, I've seen a little bit in the Olympics, but even at the Olympics, as a guy in the NBA, he could have been, he's got to have more of an impact. So
I think
we need him to
Sauce
step his game
technically
up a
has
bit more.
he has like the power over us too, Anth. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to just settle with hold.
Fair enough.
One half of Sexland. This is Garland.
I'm gonna chuck him in short term. I like
Short
Garland.
term?
I reckon it's
I reckon he's good
exciting.
too.
He was a player I was buying when a lot of people used to say he was shit after his rookie season. He didn't really set the world on fire, but I did see like a few games and watch some highlights and stuff where I liked what he was doing. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some of his cards. I got them cheap. Got a cheap lot, sold some of it. I think I'm basically even on them now. So whatever I sold the rest for is profit. But yeah, I like him. So I'm gonna chuck him in short term.
Sauce and
Got anything, Anth?
No, not a Garland. I'm going to go hold. Purely.
Yeah, I would
just
agree with that. I'm going to say hold because,
speculative.
it's difficult because a guy of his size, like, you really have to be an elite shooter at that size. You know what I mean? Like, and he's pretty good at shooting, but he's got to show a bit more. But like, I'm not willing to give up on him just yet. Like, and as Luke said, if you picked up his cards pretty cheap, there was a point there where his cards rose up. So if you picked them up a bunch cheap and you didn't sell some then, and like as Lukey did, like get into the other cards for like nothing, and you're looking at maybe buying him now, well, you got to look at the other guys that are coming up and just see maybe out of this draft class and looking how far your money's going to go for you. Like if you got $500 to invest in a guy, like how far is that going to get you? What can it get you in different guys? And then just, figure out what suits you the best. But yeah, Garland, I would suggest hold.
Especially
Next
right now,
up.
because sorry, just to add a little
Go,
bit.
Luki.
His cards have gone up a little bit over the last month or so. Like silver PSA 9s and just some other stuff I've been seeing that go up a little bit, which is sort of good.
He's a
I
good
know
player.
Curry gave him a big rap as well over the off season.
I like that.
Yeah, so that was something. I don't know how many people saw that, or maybe that's what's sort of pushing this. I'm not too sure, but yeah, just to chuck a bit more info in.
Next up, no, I'm not even going to bother. Moran. There's no question.
I think he's good there.
Let's
Yeah,
not even.
just put him up there.
This guy here is a sell, unless he's playing his basketball from the state penitentiary. He's got
So
no
what
chance,
happened
mate.
to him? What
He's
done?
Got tasered and shit. No, he'll play, but he's a head case.
He might have the most attractive girlfriend in the NBA. His girlfriend is a long-term hold for him. That's for
100%.
sure. That's 100%.
And on that note,
his girlfriend is either smart because she aligns himself with him because he's got money and he's a basketball player, or she's a lemon because she's with him and he is a lemon.
Yeah,
so
maybe a bit of both.
Yeah,
but is it the same thing?
Sophia Jamora is who we're talking about.
Does
Does he give it a plug?
An attractive.
I hope your missus doesn't listen to this podcast.
She knows actually. We've we both follow her.
I love this.
Wow.
This
Wow. Well, you never know what you're going to get on a crunch time.
Oh, gee.
Lucky people
it.
didn't get what
Yeah,
we said last
Sally.
week. Lucky people didn't get that.
Sally.
Well done, Jackson Hayes. Good
I'm
stuff,
selling
son. Well done. Don't sell off. Let's go, Calvin Johnson.
Short term. I like him.
It's going to get a lot
He's
of
got a lot of
minutes.
opportunity.
Short term as
A
well.
lot of minutes now.
Yeah.
A lot of opportunity.
The Spurs
Yeah,
stink, so it's going to get a lot of opportunity. Now, this is a guy that's absolutely dominated in the preseason. Jordan Poole. based off of literally the preseason, you put him over Moran.
Long term.
Like genuinely. If we're being realistic here, and I'm coming from a hobby point of view and a basketball point of view, because as we know, Golden State's team's pretty stacked. Clay's yet to come back. That's going to change the rotation when he comes back in January. They're saying. I'm happy to hold on Jordan Poole because he's going to get time. So whether if he dominates in that time, then he'll become a regular rotation player for Steve Kerr. Like he'll use him as a shooter. So I'm happy to hold on him. I'm not a whole sell like straight away. Sell it now at the peak. I'd suggest that if you want to make good money on him, I'd sell him now. Or you could hold, but it could potentially plummet when Klay Thompson comes down. So I don't know. But as a player overall, I'd hold him.
I'm gonna go hold.
There's been 3 sales of his base PSA 10 at $130 just in the last 3 days, obviously from his performances.
Wow. Even his top shot debut, it's one of those ones out of 12,000, and it was up from like 20 US up to about 75 at one stage. I think they're down at around 60 at the moment, but they went up a fair bit as well. Out of 12,000, those are.
That's
well, it's probably less than his base PSA 10 could get to.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, not anymore. So this is what I mean. So now there's like another level of scarcity to PSA 10 because now no one is sending in at $150 a card a Jordan Poole that's, was just, a month ago selling for $35 and now is selling for $130. Right, because people are getting hyped on preseason and buying his base, but there's only 430 in pop. But if you look at the overall Zion, where there's nearly 20,000 in the pop or something, so potentially that could raise to that much. But because cost of grading is so much, it's never going to get to 18,000.
I'm surprised we're not seeing that with more things. I think we've talked about it a fair bit.
Yeah, well, I'm happy for him to sit in a hold.
Yeah,
he's got ability. He's got ability.
He's got offensive ability. So if we're talking about a
shooter in a shooter's league, so
yeah, always going to be looked at. And if you can go off the scores like that, it's not the first time he's done it, but it is the preseason. Let's be honest.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got Saucy's guy. He's got 20 million of his cards. He's got the whole pop report of KZ Okpala in his collection.
You know, I'm holding him most definitely.
He's a hold. As a Heat fan, I can give you a bit of insight behind this. A fair bit of the roster got turned over in the offseason. Obviously, we got Kyle Lowry in. A couple of vets went. Our pick from the draft before, Precious Achua, we got rid of him. And we actually...
Was he any good?
It was not bad, but we stuck thick with KZ Okpala. He's shown that he can shoot the ball. He's got length. Potentially, he needs to just become a better defender. He's a better defender than what Duncan Robinson is, and he can shoot the ball. So he's got a lot of potential. He's very raw still. So this is his 3rd season.
How old is he?
3rd season, I don't know, 22.
I think he's 22, yeah.
Okay.
Still got a lot of time. 3 years in the
chuck him
NBA is not much. I'm putting him in hold with Source. Anthony, know who this bloke is?
KZ Okpala. I've got a few of his cards. Don't worry.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually did. A lot of these players are from that season where, I was buying, so many packs to open that I'm so familiar with all of them. But whether or not I'd buy any of them, because that's just not how I'd invest. It just goes over my head for a lot of these players.
Fair enough.
But this next guy, I actually like.
This next guy goes right here for me.
Yeah, you know what? I'd put in between long and short term. I think
he's just a nutcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also I like the fact that, what do you get? He got completely waived or dropped from
wherever he was.
He was arrested, wasn't he? Arrested.
He was at Cleveland.
supposed to go to jail. He got waived, picked up by Rockets,
in the
and
G
then
League.
he started balling out.
Yeah.
Like
He was dropping
I like
he
that.
was averaging
like
like
that weird
40
story.
plus in the G League, and then the Rockets
Yeah.
brought him up to the ones, to the NBA.
I
He's been good.
honestly like a story like that. Like it gives character to the player.
I reckon he's going to be
I'm
good.
a fan.
Saucy?
I'm going
like
short term, long term, but I did move off one of his cards when he started balling out at the end of last season. I was like, bought like an optic hollow PSA 10 for like $40 or $50, and I sold it for like
That's
170, and I flipped it. So like his cards, like when he got in that trouble, people were like selling a shitload of his cards, but I had seen a bit of potential in him, and I did buy some of his stuff. So like I have a few cards, like nothing big. But
Mate,
yeah, I think he's a good player.
I'll give a tip
talent.
to people.
He's got
I'll give
talent for sure.
A tip to people out there. Like, I feel
Could be like a Ron Artest, mate.
No, yeah, but this is what I was going. No, but this is what I was going.
Good on the court.
But this is what I was going to say. Like, I'd actually be looking for guys that get into trouble and buying their cards when they do get into trouble, especially when they're young. A lot of NBA teams give him second chances, try and rehabilitate him. If you see that the guy's got a lot of potentials, like an offensive threat, I'd buy them. Man, I'm telling you, you look at guys like Michael Beasley. I know he's got some demons and some stuff that's happened to him, in his career, but he got a second chance. All his off-field stuff, Lamar Odom, like all the stuff that happened off the basketball court, you don't think it was happening when he was playing? Like all that stuff, Ron Artest, J.R. Smith, like they had all off-court indiscretions and stuff, and they all got given a second chance. Jason Kidd's had like 3 DUIs while he was in the league, and they gave him a second chance, and he's one of the all-time greats. So where you see potential, it's not always when people get scared that, my investment's going to be gone, I've got to sell them now quick for anything so I can make some money back. It's actually a good buying opportunity for these young guys because they get a second chance. Like, look at Jackson Hayes. His cards will be worth nothing, but he's going to get another run.
Yeah. I never forget, someone posted in a Facebook group the day that KPJ got done and waived. And he goes, I've got $10,000, send me all your cards, but I only want them at 20% of what comps are because that's what they're worth. Like that's what they literally tanked. Like the card, people were flogging this guy cards. And he goes, I want silvers, I want graded prism, and I want, patch autos. Send me what you have and I'll buy them off you. And people were just commenting, okay, yeah, you're a dumbass. Here, buy, sell, And I mean, I don't know if they've gone up back to what they originally were at the peak, but they'd be up. They'd be up to from what that point was.
I'm telling you, that guy's loving life because if he comes out this season and he averages 20, which there's a high chance he's going to average 20 because there's no one else in that team at Houston because they stink.
Who was the guy that got in the draft this season? Jalen Green?
Green.
Jalen Green, yeah. I think
he's going to be good as well.
Yeah.
They've got John Wall there, Jalen Green, KPJ, and they got someone else.
John Wall going to even suit up?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying about KPJ. Wood, that's it. Yeah. They got Christian Wood. But that's what I'm saying. KPJ could easily average 20 this season. That's the floor, not the ceiling. So anyway,
I guess short term. I'm not convinced enough to go long term yet, but I'm close.
I mean, short term.
I'll go in between. I'll go in between. Yeah, I'll agree with them. With Saucy.
Majority rules, and we win that one. PJ Washington. I'm not putting him in short term. I'm just resizing him, mate.
Yeah, I'd go. Fuck.
I don't mind him, but
I don't mind him either.
I'd go hold. I just feel like Miles Bridges plays in the same position as him. Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like he's ahead.
He plays power forward. He plays power forward a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, he could be doing a bit more. I do watch him. I feel like he's really just, there's not too much to his game. He's got a very simple game. He doesn't get creative with his handles. He doesn't drive to the basket much, or he sort of just catches and shoots and defends. And so I feel like there's a ceiling to his game, and I thought he had a bit more potential early on. But now that we've seen 2 seasons of him, I watched him quite a few games. Obviously, last season with being on the same team as LaMelo, want to watch LaMelo. And so, I was watching him as well because I bought some of his cards, but I did sell a portion of them. So I have some that are left that I've got them pretty cheap. But yeah, I'm heading towards more the hold sell, because if he doesn't take like another leap this year, he has to improve significantly, in my opinion. So we're actually just always going to be behind LaMelo on that team. And then the other guys that I can't remember, but the one good thing he does is he does shoot the 3 well. So he's shooting at 38% the 3, but averaging 12 points per game, but he could be doing a bit more on the offensive side of the ball. But I think that just comes down to him not getting enough touches in that team. So yeah, it's a tough one, but I'm like hold sell. Because I have sold some of them, but I still have a few of his cards. So, yeah.
Big Nick, the savior of Brooklyn last season. Thoughts? Look at Source. Just like I remember how many times we spoke about this on our podcast on a Wednesday, and people were just like, "This is the guy," and we said this guy will do nothing in the playoffs. He's not getting a run, mate. And lo and behold, he did nothing. So,
Chuck him in soul.
see you later, son.
Yep. And look, it's unfortunate.
And now you've got LaMarcus Aldridge coming back and Millsap and guys like that. You're not getting a run. Sorry.
Unlucky champ.
Unlucky. Nice kid, but he's gone. RJ Barrett.
Nice kid.
Short term.
I don't mind RJ.
Still got potential.
He's got potential, 100%. He has got potential. I didn't say he hasn't got potential. I said that
I know.
Cam Reddish could be better than him.
Yes, that's right.
I'd say short-term hold, to be honest.
Zion Williamson did say that Cam Reddish was one of the hardest players he's ever guarded in when he played.
Cam Reddish is better than Zion. Nah, it's a bit too far. Now I'm being stupid. Yeah, he's probably short term. RJ. This guy here, Terrence Mann.
Hold sell.
Hold sell.
Hold sell.
No Kawhi. Hold sell, you reckon? I reckon this guy's got a lot of ability, man. Hold sell.
Yeah, well, you hold him for a little bit and then you sell him when he plays good. That's what it means.
I was more like hold short term. He's got a lot of upside based on what I saw.
Yeah, I see, but I'm pretty sure he's 25 years old already. So he's 25, 26.
It's okay. I work with Kuzma.
Kuzma sucks. All right. That's why he's playing for Washington now. He should have been shipped off last season. Right. Now he's gone. But that's all right. I still got a Kuz jersey, all right? So that's I like the Kuz dog, all right?
Like in a card or as an actual jersey?
No, I've got an actual jersy. And I've got some cards of these too.
Why have you not burnt that yet?
When I play you 1-on-1, you better wear that jersey. At least it gives me some chance of beating you.
Because if I play like him.
Yeah, exactly.
Kuzma.
Legit, you better wear that.
No, but he does have potential. You're not wrong. Doma. And he did show that, last season in the playoffs.
So he's got nothing now to me. Hold, sell. Hold, sell? Is that what everyone reckons?
I said hold.
Yeah,
but I think I'm outvoted. Yep.
All right. THT. Injured for 5 weeks. He's out, mate. This guy.
I swear this guy gets headlines every preseason. Like, this is the guy.
Because LeBron says he's got the same hairline as me, and then everyone goes and buys his cards. That's what literally happens, man. LeBron loves this kid.
LeBron's also like 25 years older than him as well, and they've got the same hairline. It says a lot about him, doesn't it?
LeBron loves Shabazz Napier. Where's he now? He doesn't even exist. He told Pat Riley to draft him at Miami. He's a dud.
To be honest, the price he's at, I'm not even holding him. I'm selling him because he's too much.
I'm with you, Luke.
Yeah,
100%.
I rushed to list his cards last year when you had that.
So did I. With you. Sold him.
That little thing. I rushed. Like I can't tell you how quickly I tried to put them on eBay at like something overinflated. And a few sold.
Over $200. That's crazy. US.
Yeah, I think I sold like 3 or 4 base cards for like $30 or $40. It was like something stupid. Like cards that you couldn't even sell for $1 where like people were paying $7-8 a card. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Pretty sure his Optic Holo was I don't know how accurate this is, but they were $70 or $80 Optic Holos, just raw.
That's just getting me out of here.
Let's go to this guy, Aussie Matisse.
Lukey?
Word is he could be a future defensive player of the year. So.
Yeah, but how much does that correlate into the hobby though? The hobby likes scorers, and his offensive game isn't the best.
Nothing at all. That's really good there.
So I'd chuck him in hold.
Hold. Source and
because it's Aussie, we'll go hold.
Source.
I'm gonna go hold.
Oh, it's hold. Yeah. All right. You don't need my opinion. I reckon I watched him play in the Olympics. I watched him play at the end of the season. I watched him play in the Olympics, and he was heads and shoulders the best player in. Well, not the best. Sorry, second best behind Paddy Mills for the Australian team. He absolutely dominated. Like defensively, he's unbelievable. I don't reckon I've seen a player that good defensively, like an Australian. Well, I'd say since Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons doesn't play for Australia at all at the moment. So Thibault's unbelievable. Like he's unbelievable, and he's actually got a bit of offensive ability to him, which in that part of his game has grown substantially within the couple of seasons that he's been in the league. So he obviously struggled to shoot the ball in his first year. It's evident if you go back and watch it, and then how he transformed his game last season. I reckon he's going to take another step. For me, I'd probably go hold to a short term. No, I'm not going to put him in long term like the next guy because he reckons he could be one of the best out of this draft.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a bit.
He's short to long term. He's short to long term, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, because not for anything, he was better than all these guys in his first year, except for Zion and Ja. Well, except for Ja. He was better than Zion in his first year. Zion didn't even play. This guy made the finals and dominated in the finals. He was literally, I'm not joking, he's better than every single one of these guys on here except for Ja in his first year. And then he got found out and he struggled. And then hopefully he bounces back. But I'm saying off his first year, he was the second best player out of his draft behind Ja Moran by a mile.
His stuff is so cheap. Well, it was so cheap as well during this.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone was off of him. I said this on Wednesday on our pod, and Source mentioned it as well. Like he said, the second year blues because it comes with all sports, and then we were discussing the whole fact of in your second year, everyone's got all the game footage off you from your first year, so it's how you adjust in your second year to become a better player. And he obviously in the off season didn't put any work in, and it was evident. And he came out and he took fault at that, and he actually admitted that, and he said I'd do better in the off season. And we discussed how he actually did take the time.
It wasn't much of an off season, Doma.
No, but he went in the lab. Source. He still worked. Literally all he did last time was just party, putting selfies with his missus, going to this and doing that, and who knows what he was doing, mate. Like, don't want to know as a Miami Heat fan. But I'm going short term to long term.
I'm going short term. I don't mind Tyler.
I'm gonna go short term as well. Saucy.
Yeah, I'm going short term. Note on his prices. At the peak of the market, he was at about $1,500 for his PSA 10 Prism Silver. And then you could have picked up his Prism Silver for as low as $230. What was that? Just 3-4 months ago. Now they're up to 450. So if you were obviously savvy and buying them around there, 250s, 280, 230, 225. There's a few sales here. Now they're
What's
up
a
to
nine?
450.
What's a 9 worth right now?
There's no 9s on Cardladder. I can give you a BGS 9.5. BGS apparently last BGS 9.5 sale was 120, but that was back in what, last month? About a month ago.
That's cheap as.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at the grin on this guy, Mr. Mountain Dew himself, Zion Williamson.
Hey, he's
Long
I saw a photo. He's thickened up, huh?
I don't know if it's
he's
thickened
gotten-
in muscle or he's gone.
He's put on some
Fat
He's just got
lockdown,
big bones.
lockdown
Did
kgs.
Did he need to put on any more size though? Wasn't the whole thing last season that he should be cutting?
He's too busy doing
just
Mountain
said-
Dew commercials.
He
mate.
did
Drinking
the-
too much
Mountain
Mountain
Dew commercials is the best.
Chuck him in long term.
He did,
Chuck him in long
he did the
term.
Tyson Fury approach. He just said, "Fuck it, like let me come in heavy and knock everyone out anyway."
I love it.
Legit.
But
He's
yeah.
still a long term. If he
Still a long term.
yeah,
Has to be.
he's got the potential to be the well. Source watches him a lot. He pretty much watched every one of his games pretty much last season, and he would every day we'd speak and he'd say, "Did you see Zion?" Like when Zion played, and I said, "No, I didn't see him today." And he, like, I'm paraphrasing, but he knows he said it. But he pretty much would say to me every day, "You don't actually understand how good this guy is. When he drops his head, he's unstoppable, literally unstoppable." Under the ring,
really is. He's
you
unbelievable.
can't. He goes, and Source would always say, if you can get a jump shot, it's game over. That's how good he is. My
He's
biggest
got a jump
concern
shot.
is
He's got to just let it fly.
yeah, but my concern is his weight. And because of heaviness and his explosiveness, it leads to injuries. Like, that's my concern. I don't think he's built like LeBron got big and heavy, but he never really. He's the most durable player in the history of the league, LeBron. In his prime, he never had injuries. Ever. Never had injuries. He got injured playing in his first year for the Lakers when he did his groin. And then he hurt his ankle. So, I don't know. I just got concerns over his health. That's my only concern with him. Everything else, his ability, heads and shoulders,
Yeah, his
the
ability
best.
is great.
He's unbelievable.
Yes.
Under the basket, it's unstoppable. It's like Shaq, watching Shaq under the basket.
Yeah, but his ball handling skills for a guy of his height and size is just unreal.
Yeah.
But that's because he used to be a point guard as well, and then he got bigger. But he's just got so much ability, and just when he jumps and rebounds, he just bustles guys out of the way. It's pretty good. As Doma said, it's just that factor. We keep saying it, but we need to start seeing it. Like in the next 2-3 years, we need to start seeing that improvement in that, because that's how he elevates his game to the next level.
Done. There's our tier system.
Any changes?
Long term, any changes? I don't think there's going to be.
Nah, happy with it.
Long term, we
pretty
got
much.
Moran,
A lot of guys out of that.
KPJ. Yeah, Moran, KPJ, Zion. Short term, we got Reddish, Hunter, Johnson, RJ Barrett, Tyler Hero. In the hole, we got Rui Hachimura, Garland, Poole, Okpala, PJ Washington, Thibault. The hold sell, we got Bol, Kobe White, Terrence Mann. And then the sell, get rid of all your chips. Taylor Horn, Tucker, Jackson, I'm tasered, Hayes, Claxton, Cashel, Jarrod Culver, Gafford, and Brandon Clark.
Nick, nice kid, Claxon.
Nick, nice kid. Yeah, he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid.
That's Dom's name for him.
All right, boys. Let's move on to Fire and Flame and wrap this bad boy up.
All right, I'll kick us off with a flame. It was something I gave as a fire a few weeks ago, but Optic Basketball came out. Optic Basketball came out last week for Hobby, maybe 2 weeks ago, and retail dropped last week. And fuck, some of the QC I've seen has been absolutely rubbish. There's cards that are, optic. The centering of optic isn't great usually, but there's some. Oh my god, I can't even explain how bad the centering was. Like it was like in the top corner of the card, and it was just all white. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But yeah, I wish I had the photo to show it, but I don't have it unfortunately. But yeah, based on that, Panini.
So just
do better.
standard Panini operations,
Yeah.
average quality control. You're
Nah,
saying.
but this was like-
Panini fuckery.
This was ridiculous. Some of that centering, like, yeah, I don't know, not great. So,
Have
4-4
seen it,
Panini.
Lukey. Have seen it. Have
Yeah.
seen the optic blasters hitting eBay and hitting the Discord channels. But the word of warning, I'm going to give it to people. Don't go out there and buy them right now. Just wait a little bit. Like people
What do
trying
they
to
run?
flog blasters off for 70 USD a pop at the
It's-
moment.
Yeah,
And
76,
even
yeah.
megas about 130, 120 USD a pop. Hold a little bit, hold the fort because there's more supply coming and that price should come down because that's what we've seen with Select. It's what we've seen with Prism. So I feel like that would be the case. So I want to rip some optic because I like the product for a bit of fun, but I'll probably wait a little bit longer before I buy in because I feel like the product could come down a little bit in price.
Yeah,
But
I'm thinking
also it
the
may
exact
not
same
with
thoughts.
NBA season coming around. It could go up, so I could be wrong. But it's what we've seen. So could I be wrong now that NBA season? Well, I don't reckon so because we thought that Prism football stuff would go up from last season, and it didn't really move too much in price. So, and football season's 5 weeks in, so I feel like it might evolve like the interesting cards, but the wax prices are still releasing at a higher price than what ends up happening 2-3 weeks down the track.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna get Ant's one up. Right here. Bang.
What's
I was
so
rust.
before Ant starts, what's a Prism Mega go for right now, off the top of your head, if anyone knows? Last one you saw?
Which mega?
Prism NBA this season.
You know,
How young he is. Go for it, Ant.
All right,
We'll
ready?
get back to the
Yeah,
mega
go.
price. Yeah.
So this is why I'm rustling around trying to look for them, but this is from NetPro Cards, who are the official licensee, card producer for tennis. This is their official page. Anyway, it says this rarely seen Rafael Nadal 2003 Elite event, so it's the E27, is officially, and now this is as if Panini was saying this about an NBA card, but it's officially a short print. It was pulled early in production and replaced with a more common one, which you'll see in the second picture. Now, so that's the more common one, and then the other one is the much rarer. And the unique thing about this is they actually have been in contact with PSA and BGS to recognize it as a short print whenever they grade it from now on. So you know what
Wow.
your boy went out and did. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Because I think that something like that, when you've got 5 of such a short printed card, event edition E27, something like that, where a company has come out and said, like, this is 100% short print. This is the limited edition of that Nadal rookie event edition card. And event edition cards are already expensive as they are. So I've actually got 2, 4, 6 of these. I think that, and I picked these up cheap just because they were on eBay, negotiated for a while, multiple sellers, all of them I tried to get off eBay, so message them privately, trying to get them to sell so it doesn't come up as comps on eBay, and then they try and negotiate with me. I'm going to send them all off to get graded because I think that they'll all be very unique. I'm sticking with the tennis thing. Like, I think tennis still has some legs.
speak to us
The
about
US Open was
your
pretty popular.
Bianca Andreescu.
Andreescu.
Yeah,
So
how come you bought her?
right here? So
Let me get this down and we'll make him big sauce. Make him big.
Yeah, I got him. I got it.
Not me. Get him.
She is 21 years old. Now, my brother, shout out to my brother, he is big into tennis. Like he's very fanatical about the sport. And he was telling me that behind Osaka, this is the girl. She's a US Open champion. She's Canadian. She's won her first US Open when she was 20 years old. She's currently 21. She's had a battle of injuries over the last year. She's very popular in the States, very popular amongst, the female demographic for the sport. And now with, Serena and, those women retiring or coming to the later stage of their career, Naomi Osaka and Bianca Andreescu, I think the two that are going to take this sport forward, take women's tennis forward. So that's why, and obviously these two, as I explained in my post, one in every 2,500 or so packs, you get one animation. Like, it's so rare, and they're cheap. They're relatively cheap. Like, imagine, if you translate that to any other sport, you jump at the opportunity to buy it. And then obviously this is the big one. This was quite pricey, but this it is one of the coolest cards I own. It's her sole of her foot. It's the LeBron year, style, 2003, 2004. Upper Deck, so it's all licensed. She's signed with Upper Deck, so she's not going to have a Panini card or anything else. It's, on card auto, soul patch, like out of 99. It makes sense because if she wins something ever again, which she will, because she's 21 and she's like an excellent tennis player, and she's got such a long career ahead of her before she retires, she'll win something else. I think it's just a smart play. I think it's just a smart play. And a lot of people will say and women's tennis isn't gonna have the legs that other sports do, but Serena, a high-end Serena card, if this was Serena right here, we're talking about close to over 100 grand, easy. Her rookie patch auto, we're talking about easy, 150 grand at least. You could sell it to her husband and he'll buy it for $500 million. Who knows how much he'd spend? You know what I mean? Like, these things, I think, play out long term. That's my fight.
She's got a lot of Grand Slams to win to get to Serena's level, but let's hope she can.
She'll never touch Serena, but she could win multiple US Opens, and then that makes it very interesting.
It's true. No, I like the play. I actually really rate the play. Women's tennis is
patch auto.
Very, very interesting.
The patch auto is beautiful, yeah.
It's a very interesting aspect of tennis. It's very unknown, women's tennis. And you know that by just watching Grand Slams. If you watch women's tennis and you watch tennis in general, you know. You know who the best players are, but the best players don't always win. But the odds of them getting to the last four is very, very likely. It's just ambiguous. That's the word. You don't know who's going to win ever.
It happens all the time. They pop up and someone wins out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What sets that from, Anth? The patch order.
That's from Upper Deck Goodwin Champions, which is it's that box that
the funny one you open,
that random one, But you can get actually a LeBron, I'm pretty sure, same style like that. You can get Joe Burrow.
I want to see what other patch orders are in this, because I know Garland that we talked about before. He signs with Upper Deck, so I was wondering if there's one in there, because that'd be like
I'm pretty sure
RPA,
he is
really.
in there.
He is in there.
Yeah,
fuck.
I remember seeing something like that.
Ben Simmons.
No, fuck
Ben Simmons might be. He might have a card in there.
Ben Simmons is elite, man.
Elite of what? Go to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. You got a problem with that?
No, I rate it. I rate it, to be honest.
He's such a lemon. He really is. I got to just stop sticking up for him.
Didn't something happen when he came here last time at Crown? Some shit happened.
Oh yeah, he got declined
yeah.
entry because
Yeah.
didn't have his ID or something like that.
He
Oh
dropped the
my
whole, "Do you
God.
know who I am?" You know how it works.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Quick one. My fire this week before I go to Saucy to wrap it up is compliments of a good friend of the show from Adam from beats.n.breaks.
Oh, this is
Literally
sick.
went to my mailbox and opened it, and I'm waiting on a few cards at the moment, and I pulled out the envelope, brought it inside, turned it around to open it, and Adam's sticker was on the back. And I went, "Oh, what the hell?" I later find out that Adam and Source have done, some conspiring behind the scenes to get my address. Source has given my address to him, but it was a very nice surprise, beautiful gesture. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the people that support not only double coverage, but all the shows such as Crunch Time, Soccer Card Collective, all the streams we do off the grid, which has the best intro and outro in the history of podcasts, off the grid, full stop. So, but this came in the mail, custom card. If you don't know Adam, beats.n.breaks, he does custom cards. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow.
Looks so
And
sick.
it's awesome, man. Honestly, put a smile on my face. It's just sick. So happy
It's
with
nice.
it.
I've seen it. It's
Yeah,
good.
It sits here on my desk. Unfortunately, Mo Salah got the boot, but as much I still love him. I still love Mo Salah, but I got
That's
the
a
boot.
fire card.
Yeah,
for
that's
that,
so
so,
sick. Even the Dwayne
yeah.
Wade one he made.
Yeah, his
for
wave
UK,
was
that
sick,
one was
man.
fucking
His wave
awesome.
was sick.
Yeah.
So cool. I wonder if he's selling that.
No,
I
shout
might
out
have
to
to hit
him.
him up, try
Shout
and
out
get
to
that
him.
D
He's
Wade
killing it.
custom. I actually might hit him up for that. See how much he wants for it. I'll pay him.
He's killing
Deserves it, mate. He does great work. So
it. Yeah.
It's
thank
good.
you once
Sure.
again, Adam, on the record, mate, for everyone to
For
hear.
sure.
Thank you very, very much. Saucy, you got one? Flame someone?
No
flaming?
no
Flame
real nothing. You know, I'll
what's up
flame
in
the
Sauce?
Lamelo ball buyers
You
buying
flame the
his
mellow
cards at
ball buys
ridiculous
every week, mate.
at ridiculous prices. I'm so shocked at the price people are paying for Lamelo. Like they're paying like prices like he's going to be the next Michael Jordan or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Like he's good, but there's a lot of other talent in the NBA and there's some that is better already. I just don't understand it. But it's because I didn't really have too much. So I just went little LaMelo ball buyers. Just be wary. I'm not saying don't buy LaMelo ball. Just be careful because shit's high. Shit is high. His base present
What's
cards for 500. What the hell?
He's
Are they
what?
actually?
Yeah, PSA 10s.
Oh. I think the Raws dropped a little bit. I think you can pick them up for around $40 now.
The
Australia.
Mellow
Yeah.
Ball,
Yeah.
Prism, Silver, PSA. I
Wonder
still can't
Silver's
believe that.
300 Raw.
that. I still can't believe that guy in Thailand bought mine with zero feedback. Zero feedback. Paid $550 USD. You crazy motherfucker. Honestly. It's straight crazy. Now look at this.
You know,
One of them sold.
in,
Holy shit! Look at this.
in 10 years'
PSA
time, he
10
might be saying the same thing to you. You sold me this for
PSA 10
$550.
sold for 4,400 USD.
Shit, for a silver.
Mine was
Wow.
not getting it. I know the PSA 9 sold for 450 USD. Yikes,
Crazy.
man.
Just crazy. Just crazy.
450 for a PSA 9
Yeah.
and 4,000 for a PSA 10.
You can buy his
Yeah.
auto cheaper than that. People are nuts over Prism Silvers. Just stupid.
It's dumb as
Bruh.
shit.
His PSA 10 must be very low. Oh, Pop 16. That makes sense.
It's just
No, it
freaking
doesn't,
dumb,
Anth,
man.
because it's only Pop 16 because the grading is expensive.
As in the Pop 16 makes sense as to why people are going to bid that up all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they
yeah,
can say,
yeah.
I've got, one of 16.
I was going to say,
That is
QC
disgusting. If you spend, unless he turns out to be Jordan and we're all wrong, but
I'm actually just on a side note. I'm looking at Goodwin Champions, the year
I tried
of
to do my internet
Ants
slowly.
and Drescu. I'm just looking at who else is in there. on an RC.
Yeah.
Timothy Weah is in the set.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Keep it.
There's who's
Yeah,
the
I know
big,
you say that, Luke, but I'm just saying.
what were the
Wanda
other patch
Franco's in
autos?
there, Source. Wanda Franco's in there. It's his rookie.
Wanda Franco.
What were the other patch autos, Domo? If you
No idea. I'm just Alex Morgan's in there. You know, she gets into trouble. Joey B, rookie. RJ Hampton, rookie. Miles Bridges, Megan Rapinoe. You can put that in the bin. I'll gladly say that on the podcast. Fucking
Who?
lemon. She's lucky she hasn't got a lemon from me.
who
Megan
is she?
Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe. You don't know who Megan Rapinoe is?
No.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, good. All right. I don't want to have to explain it.
Do I look it up? Is it funny or
No,
not?
no, it's not.
I'll look it up.
Base Lightning, 10th
what?
anniversary.
Oh no.
There's the base E-Pack, base Minis. Minis any good, Anth, in this set or no?
No.
Denny
Oh
Avdija.
yeah, I've seen this. I've seen
You
this
can
lady
get
before.
Scarface the rapper. You can get him.
I've seen this before. I've seen this lady before. Domo.
Yeah, lemon. So what did you want to know? The autos?
Yeah,
you
the
can
same one as
get-
Anth has as anyone else.
Oh, someone is. Oh, mate, now you're really
Sorry.
pushing it. You're pushing it here. Far out. Mate, they only make one of Antoine. They say it's to 99. You can get Denny Avdija in this set. What a fucking... Who would want that? Denny Avdija. You can get the line. Didn't you get the cat?
I got the line. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
got a
got the
cat
line.
patch.
Yeah, cat patch or whatever
Cat
it is.
patch.
What's the
Fuck
name
yeah.
of... What's the name of the actual card, Ant? Because it hasn't got an image.
This is the 2003, 2004 exquisite rookie autograph. That's what the insert.
the
That's what
set is, yeah.
Yeah.
Inside.
There's
I'll see
only
if I can
5
find it.
cards, I think.
Bloody
Interesting,
hell.
but one to look at. We love the alternative sets that are out there. You know, might be a little sneaky value play. You never know how much a box might be. Might be expensive, might not. I do know a friend of ours of the show opened up one of those boxes and pulled that exact same card that you have, the Andriscu
What?
RPA.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they hyped or not?
Get me in contact. I'll buy it off him right now.
Big boy.
Oh yeah,
Go
big
to
boy movement. Big boy
Was he
movement.
was he
How
hyped when he
much-
opened
how
it, or
much
was
do
he
you
just
want
like,
for
I don't know.
He
He's got it on
he
his
wouldn't
page.
have
bro.
he would not have a clue who it is.
Oh, he knows a
my
lot
God.
of stuff. Don't worry, bro. Hit him
Nah.
up, Hit him up, Ant.
What's his
There we go.
IG? Shit, we should do this off air.
On that note,
Big-
it's crunch time coming up big when it
Yeah.
counts. It's Dom, Saucy, Ant, and Lukey. Peace. We're just
Peace.
giving time here.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time on the Double Coverage Media Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we drop a new episode. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Crunch Time, coming up big when it counts.